Alright boys, so I cranked the car up with the new engine and it was all going good for about 3 or 4 minutes. I was letting it sit here and idle and trying to bleed the coolant out, and it was hard to bleed the coolant out for one thing, which is kind of weird. I usually don't have an issue with this with my coolant setup that I've got. And looked down while it was running and I saw it had like 2 pounds of oil pressure, so I cut it off real fast, and it wasn't really making a bunch of noise. I just cut it off. I changed the oil pressure sensor out, which is down there by the oil filter, changed it out and cranked it back up, and it'll have oil pressure for just a little bit and then it'll cut back off, or the oil pressure will go back down to just about nothing. And so I went to investigate and cut the filter open. I'll put that clip in here now. Draining the oil out of this car. Look how watery it is. This is fresh 1540 Rotella, and it's just like water. It's got tons of coolant in it. I mean, it is like over full with coolant in the oil now after running it. So this engine might be junk, I don't know. Just cut the filter open. I'm not shaking, my phone is. I don't know why this thing does this when it gets hot, but it's been sitting out in the sun. Bear with me. I don't know if you can see the sparklies in this filter. Pull the filter itself out. It's very dirty. Very dirty. I don't see much metal, but it's very, well, yeah. You can see the metal in there. Yep. This engine is pretty much junk. You can see the metal blender in the sunlight, the jingle jingle, bling bling. This engine is junk. But found quite a bit of metal in the oil, and when I drained the filter, it's pretty much all coolant that's coming out. So all of the coolant is going into the engine. So I don't know if it's got a cracked sleeve or the head gasket isn't on there right or what. I'm not sure. I didn't have the heads off of this engine. I just put it in like I got it, because it had ARP head studs and everything, so I didn't want to mess with it. But honestly, I'm more upset that I've put my brand new turbo through a metal blender, so I need to clean that out really good. And yeah, so it's back to the drawing board. I've got that other aluminum 5.3 in the shop, so we'll see. I might be able to put that thing together. I've got enough stuff here to put it together and build me a new engine, but it is what it is. This is the game we play when we're trying to do race car stuff. Try to see if I can show you how watery this oil is. This is brand new 5W40 Rotella, or 15W40, excuse me, Rotella, with like 5 minutes worth of use on it. See how watery that is? That is like straight coolant. I smelled it. It's just freaking water. I mean, that's not what 1540 should look like. And that's with like 5 minutes of runtime. Maybe not even. Probably not even. But yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with at the moment.